So right now in front of my camera, I've got Shudhangshu, who is General Manager of Howard Johnson. So I've got a very easy question like, sir, how you are enjoying today? Share a little bit of your experience.
I'm not from Kolkata, I'm from Gurgaon. However, did my hotel management from Calcutta itself. And we, while in the course 20 years ago, we did quite a similar thing as well. I'm from IAM, so at the college, we had brilliant times, and it has gotten that nostalgic moment as well, because I've been one of the HM students myself in the same city. And great to see, I've tasted pretty much quite a lot of dishes. Wonderful to see what kids have brought the level up to, and in the extracurricular activities. So it's a lovely ambience, atmosphere, lovely evening out.
Okay, so I'll move to the next question. That is, suppose there are two candidates sitting for the job interview, and one is a specialized candidate and the other is generic, like general. So whom would you give more priority?
Depending on, either or, it is very hypothetical. So it could be the one who is generic as well, could be okay and could be good, and it could be jack of all trades. And whereas comparison-wise, the other person, it might be a master of one. So it totally is hypothetical in a way. Could be either or. I cannot disqualify either or with such little information at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'll be open to everything, because you cannot judge a person with just a couple of things. What are the requirements? What are the capabilities? So if the attitude is right, skills can be taught.
Right.
So that will be my criteria to judge to begin with.
Yeah. So I've just got the idea from Robert Kiyosaki, like from the business school. They pick up a student and they got trained in, or they got a chance to train in most of the departments, from department to department, so that they can take over the whole company someday.
Right.
So they expect, and when I was working with Taj, the general manager, once they said that nowadays we prefer students who can handle all the departments. So general, not specialized. So from that point of view, I wanted to know.
It does help to work in different departments and grow from the ladder. Because if once you already reach on the top, if you've been from one stream itself, you might be master of that one stream, but you may not know how the other departments are working. Whereas in hotels, we don't even employ one person who is additional. Every person is contributing. So you have the sound knowledge of revenue, sales, finance, costing. So a lot of hats we juggle with. So it's always good to have a holistic view of different things. We have 4 major departments, but there's some admin department as well which support the hotel. So it's always good to have more information, knowledge, and experience.
All right, so I'll move to two interview questions. Like, if a candidate face a question like, where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years? And if the candidate answers that, I want to sit right exactly where you are, will it impact negatively? Will it have a negative impression on the candidate?
It's a very textbook answer. And when even I see candidates from across other colleges, and sometimes when they're fresh, it's more of the delivery, what they're giving of the answer is very robotic, because they've been taught, okay, say this, say that, say that. It impresses when they're natural and transparent. So in 5 years, depending on what position I am at, it's a very textbook question. So it's never appeals nowadays, I think. It has to be more realistic.
Yeah, I got it, sir. So does the interviewer ask this question? He wants to know, does this candidate going to associate for a long time or not? Is that the reason?
So association also what the person is looking to, if they're eager to grow, but not being overpowering or thinking too much of themselves. That should not reflect, should not become as cocky. They should reflect and choose the words which may show that they're eager to learn and grow with the company. That should be the sense as an interviewer. I should be getting that vibe. That would make a difference. And should be authentic and genuine as well. By just saying that I'll be 5 years and maybe 5 months. So
yeah. So the next question is like, if a candidate face a question like, how much salary do you expect? And if the candidate answers, tells his or her expectation, will it impact negatively?
No, that's absolutely fine. As long as it's more realistic, not just asking something which is out of the window. So whatever job they're applying for, which city, which organization, which structure of the hotel, they should have a bracket. Where do they think, if they're already working somewhere, what kind of hike they can anticipate? They can ask their mentors, peers, people working in the industry to get an estimate. And it's never wrong, because at the end of the day, money is not everything, but most of us do work for the salary. That's that takes a job satisfaction. A lot of things are there which do make an impact for person to stay. But at the end of the day, money is what we take home. So it is a crucial question. It is a little can be awkward as well, but there's no harm in sharing this is what they anticipate or expect. Or they can always open it up that, see, if they don't have a job, rather than being that, it should be not the first, or that should be left towards the end if both the jobs match.
Okay, there were million job losses happened during COVID, right? We all know. So what's the future of hospitality sector?
It was quite sad because our industry, hospitality, was one of the ones which was impacted across the globe. In fact, I joined hotel management thinking as long as humans are alive, they will sleep and eat and roam and around. So this industry anywhere, transferable job. But even we were shut as an industry. So it was quite an impact. I know a lot of people of my, in my career, they had lost jobs. But good to see that they're all back on now. The industry salaries have gone up as well. The business is back in the boom. So it's all, it's positive from here on. We've had bad days. Hopefully it may not happen again. So yeah, it's back in the business, booming. So wishing luck to everyone.
All right. I suppose there's two candidates sitting for the job interview. One is very hard-working candidate, and the other one is smart-working. Whom would you give more priority?
Good question. Depending on the job as well, it could be a more of a hands-on job, and that hard-working would be better. For a management training perspective, at the end of the day, smart work does pay off because you learn the tricks and trade and get the job done, but not really investing that much hard work on yourself. But for that, we need to get that knowledge, put that in the hard work and experience, and once you come to a certain level, then you can do the smart work. Don't be extra smart to begin with.
Okay. So I'll move to the next question, and that is, sir, what do you expect from a hotel management student? What do you expect? Like, what all the important traits or qualities a student must possess?
See, be it any level, integrity for me is quite important. With any job, hospitality, whatever level they're coming to, any job, integrity is quite important. It's easier said than done because it is comfortable after comfortable stage, but integrity does not, doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. That's irrespective job, no job, that should be the key. Trust me, it pays off. Attitude is the second one because skills can be taught. Attitude is the right one, and you have eager to learn, grow, help out people, and see, it's not really difficult, but we deal with humans, we deal with our staff, we deal with guests, so you have to be empathetic. So that's another trait I look for. If your heart is in the right place, if you're really just simple as you make sure that your guests leave happy, everything all will fall into place. Your reviews, your ratings, your money, repeat customers, word of mouth. So if your intention is to help out people, make sure your staff or your guests, they are happy, things will fall into place.
Sir, which leadership you consider better, like the autocratic or the democratic leadership style?
I don't think autocratic anymore exists anymore. I mean, I think 80s, 90s, it's just gone now. You cannot be autocratic. You got to listen to your team. You got to seek the feedback because one person doesn't know it all. So seeking feedback, this does not make you a small person. You can say, I don't know things, and you can take help with the team, from the team. So, and that's been my personal style, and it's been appreciated by most of my team members. So I would think it's doing right. Micromanagement no longer required, smart working.
So, sir, my next question is, if a candidate wants to be successful in his career, so is performing solo depending on himself too much, or depending on the team, or if he's a good team player, which style will help him more to succeed in his career?
See, by yourself you cannot do miracles, you can't do much. It has to be teamwork. You have to look out for yourself. You taking the credit where it's due. So if it's been your talent, your hard work, there's no shying away from taking the credit for that. But at the end of the day, teamwork is, especially hospitality. I mean, one department cannot do by themselves. It takes multiple departments, multiple people to make sure that everything has a closing and job is finished. One person cannot do it all at the end of the day. So it has to be teamwork. It cannot be selfish or self-centered.
Perfect.
That's the-
Yeah. So my next question is, if a candidate wants to shorten his the journey of his success, so first he must crack or he must get selected for a management training, right? Management training program. Then, like, how much time it takes for a student, like a generic, to become a general manager of a property?
A lot of factors fall into place to get there. Nowadays, there are a lot of brands existing in India, and everybody's growing in every city. So there are a lot of opportunities coming down. Hotels are doing really well across the field. There are a few cities are doing extremely well. So totally depends how the journey goes. If I just quickly take you through my journey, I've changed three continents. I've gone back and forth. So I was a duty manager at the age of 24 in a 8 and 1 bedroom hotel in London. That was quite significant. I was an operations manager for a hotel in London at the age of 28. So good career rise. Then I was a cluster general manager there for 32. But then I moved back to India where I had barely no experience. So I had to come down from AGM to an ADOS, and then I had to climb the GAN and become GM. So it takes a journey. So there's no fast track. But do not jump around too many jobs. Loyalty is personally I look into, and I know that a lot of people do look into loyalty.